Hello, my name is Manish. I am a coding teacher in Bright Champs and I'm here to answer a JavaScript question that what is the difference between let, const and var keyword in JavaScript? Let, const and var keyword are used to declare a variable in JavaScript, and based on their name they have different usage and their signify. We're going to talk about the first one, that is var. Using var keyword we can redeclare a variable as well as we can reassignment a variable. What do we mean by that? Is like variable a equals to 10. If I assign a variable like this, I can again assign the same variable with a different value like this. And if I print this value, I can see the updated value, that is the last one. If I see the output, I can see that 15 is printed, that is the updated value. So to overcome this issue, JavaScript has again defined two variables in which we can use the let keyword, and let keyword won't allow us to redeclare a variable with the same name. If I use let keyword with both of them, I cannot use the same variable name. I have to use a different variable. Then it solves the problem of redeclaration. But I can use this to assign a reassignment. We can assign a different value, but we cannot assign the variable with the same name. And the last thing is that is const. Const is used that it never allows a redeclaration as well as reassignment. If I assign a variable constant equals to 10, I cannot assign a new value to that variable, as well as I cannot redeclare that variable. It's saying that assignment to constant variable. It means that I cannot assign the same way to this variable. So this is the three types of their differences. One more difference is that var is known as a function scope, while let and const are known as block scope. We mean by that is like if we can use the variable inside a function block, its scope is bound to only that function only. We cannot access it after the declaration of function. If we can print this variable here, it will generate us an error that it is a reference error that variable a is not defined. Same in this case, it's saying that a is not defined because a is declared inside the function scope, and we cannot access any variable outside that function scope. That's why a variable is known as var keyword is known as function scope, and let and const keyword also known as function scope, because we cannot access a variable with var and let and const variable as well. If I define a variable like that, it will again give me an error that a is not defined. But what do we mean by a block scope? If I declare a variable like this, if I declare a if and else condition in which there is a block scope, if I use any variable with b, it will print me the value always. If I can see the output, if I commented out this thing, I have used that if it's true, so you have to print hello world, and I have initialize a variable using var keyword, and I want to print it after that scope. So this is the scope of this block statement. I am printing the variable after that. If I want to use this, it's again printing with a value. So that's why the var keyword is failed in the block scope, but let and const keyword are not failed. So that's why if you can use the let keyword, it can show us, it will give me an error that b is not defined. It means that let and const keyword are function scope as well as block scope, but variable is not a block scope. It can print the value in the function in the block scope. And one more way is variable keyword is also not hoisting. It's also support hoisting, but let and const keyword don't support hoisting. What do if I print any variable like this, if I use any variable with before its declaration or assignment, if I use a variable like that, in this case it's showing me undefined. It means that it knows that there is a variable a, but its value is not defined. It means that it is hoisted, that variable declaration a is shows at the top of that scope and like that, but let and const keyword don't allow that. If I use with let keyword, it will give me an error. So let and const keyword are not hoisted, but but variable declared with keyword where is hoisted. So they are the 3 points of major difference between three of them, and we can answer it like that. Thank you.